welcome to the Royal Albert Hall for the 100th Royal Variety performance in the presence of Her Royal Highness Her Majesty the Queen and His Royal Highness the Duke of Edinburgh. The show is in aid of the Entertainment Artists Benevolent Fund, of which Her Majesty the Queen is patron. Her Majesty is introduced to Laurie Mansfield, Life President of the EABF, and Chairman Giles Cooper. The money raised from tonight's event provides the EABF with funds to help those people from the world of entertainment in need of care and assistance. As the royal party makes its way into the hall, Katherine Jenkins prepares to lead the national anthem.
With Prince Philip for the Royal Variety Show at London's Victoria Palace. Among stars lucky enough to be presented were Nat King Cole. Sammy Davis was another. It was a very happy evening, Her Majesty is reported to say.
We'll meet again.
The people in the cheaper seats, clap your hands. And the rest of you, if you just rattle your jewelry.
Because he's the only one who can get away with it, you know that, don't you?
I'm glad all over.
I wish you wouldn't do that.
Not like that, like that.
What's it all about? I'll be someone you really dig and know like a.
Isn't he small, she said.
And what a show I think we have for us.
Far, a long, long way to run.
They've only got one eye.
Very good, aren't they?
He's not unusual. You'll find that.
There's more people back there than there are out here.
She had an interesting left eye, the right one, kept looking at it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host for this evening, Mr. David Walliams.
Good evening.
Good evening, and welcome to this, the 100th anniversary of the Royal Variety performance. Now, I was deeply honoured when I was asked to host tonight's show. I have to be honest, at first I was a little confused when the producer called me up and said, David, we'd like you to present a show for the Queen. And I said, why doesn't Simon Cowell just call me directly? Then the producer said, no, the Queen, the one who's in charge of the country. I said, yes, Simon, I know exactly who you're talking about. No, the Queen, the one who's married to a duke. And I said, I didn't know Louis Walsh was a duke. David, I mean the Queen, he said. You've seen the crown jewels? Of course I have, I said. How do you think I got the job on Britain's Got Talent? No. But of course, this show is in front of Her Majesty the Queen. And ma'am, may I congratulate you on your Diamond Jubilee. And tonight is another anniversary. It's 100 years since the first Royal Variety performance. And I was interested to discover who was on the bill for that very first show 100 years ago. There was Little Titch, Barclay Gammon, Bruce Forsyth. Of course, Bruce was a young man back then. He was only 49. Now, it takes a lot to put on a show like this. Since it began, the Royal Variety has used over 50 acres of costume fabric, 500,000 light bulbs, and 18,000 gallons of fake tan. And that was just for Des O'Connor. But now it's time to introduce our very first act of the night. They've had amazing success over the last decade, and now, having taken a break, they're back together. Please welcome Girls Aloud!
Still to come on the Royal Variety Performance, the fabulous Kylie Minogue, comedy genius Bill Bailey, and global superstars One Direction.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Bill Bailey!
Thank you. Good evening. And that music you just heard is the exact sound of the Buckingham Palace doorbell. You're from London, some Londoners in, lovely. Yes, I love London. London's great. Oh, it's brilliant, I love it. It's such a magnificently multicultural, magnificent, wonderful place. There's a butcher's at the end of my road called Halal. Is it meat you're looking for? Trumpets are fantastic instruments. They're all about celebration. Tonight's about celebration. And trumpets have long been the instrument associated with ceremony, but also in a military capacity. The sound of the trumpet was used on the battlefield to cut across the clamour of battle, to sound the retreat, in a way that perhaps the harp wouldn't have been quite so effective. Retreat, retreat, move backwards with your feet. Yeah. And classical music also contains functional elements to it. I'll give you an example, something which is used often in piano music. It's called the Alberti bass. Mozart was a big fan. And I think it's a way of enlivening rather unremarkable TV themes, you know, like EastEnders, for example. Which is so depressing, isn't it? To me, that sounds like, everyone is going to die. It just... But with the Alberti, of course... This sounds a bit classier. It could work equally well with the Match of the Day theme, couldn't it? It's rather nice. Although I must admit, when it comes to Match of the Day, I prefer the lounge version. The Day theme, it's a rather brisk and jolly march, isn't it? And if you slow it right down, you get a Jewish folk song. See, the mark of a great tune, very versatile. And another thing about a great tune, you can play it on any instrument. And I'd like to demonstrate that now as I play a medley of popular songs on a rather unusual instrument. Let's try something that's never been tried before. The finale of the 1812 Overture.
This next lady is one of my favourite singers. I have all her records, all her videos, and some of her dresses. I realise now I shouldn't have broken in and taken them. Very kindly lifting the restraining order to allow me to introduce her tonight, it's Miss Kylie Minogue! Now it's time to welcome one of our best-loved entertainers, whose glittering career spans over 70 years. He is a national treasure, and it's a huge pleasure for me to introduce one of my idols tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, Sir Bruce Forsyth!
Thank you, thank you. You're so kind, you're so generous, and you're so right. It's nice to see you, Not as big as Wembley, but never mind. But the reason I'm here tonight is because the Royal Variety Show is 100 years old. Actually, it's only 16 years older than me. But what I feel about life now is you're as young as you feel. Now, what I try to do, I try to take it easy. If I feel like sitting down, I sit down and have a little rest. And if you don't mind, I'll put that down there for now. But it's the next stage I'm worrying about. When you sink your teeth into a nice big juicy steak and they stay there. When you wake up in the middle of the night and you don't know whether you've gone or not. And when you see a beautiful girl walking down the street, and you don't know why you're staring at her. So, and the other thing I cut down a bit, I don't tap dance as much as I used to. Yes, well, I feel the same. I do miss it, but I don't. But I do tap dancing sitting down, which can be just as enjoyable in a way. But here we go then. A 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Finished yet.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I was going to do a little couple of steps to get me off, you see.
Oh, okay.
Would you like to join me? All right, Dave, just do that last bit again, right? A 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Was so bad. I wish I was still doing the generation game. What a contestant you make.
Well, thank you, Bruce. I'd just like to say I've been loving you on this series of Strictly.
Oh, that's very kind. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I watch you every year, but you never win.
But I've never been voted off either.
And, of course, congratulations on your knighthood.
Oh.
You must have been thrilled to receive it so early on in your career.
I can't read the bloody words. No, but you see, we hadn't done this till today. Right. One day, David, you will be made a Dane. In panto.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sir Bruce Forsyth.
For the rest of the show. Thank you very much.
Still ahead, the sensational One Direction. Classical superstars Plácido Domingo and Katherine Jenkins. Plus, Britain's Got Talent winners Ashleigh and Pudsey.
Thank you very much indeed for that warm reception, although I didn't really do much. Your Majesty, for £5,000, the chase is on. So, force about it. My first Royal Variety performance was in 1993 at the Dominion in Tottenham Court Road, and I was sharing a dressing room with Frank Carson, Joe Pasquale, Brian Connolly, Shane Ritchie and Darren Day, just 6 comics having some fun and teasing anyone that come in. We're having a chat, and all of a sudden this door opened up and a lad stood there with 2 boxes, and Carson said, "What do you want?" "Who are you?" And the lad said, "This is my dressing room, I've come to share." And Pasquale went, "What do you do then? What is it that you do? What do you do for a living? What do you do?" He said, "I'm a magician." And Carson said, "We've already got one of them, and he's rubbish. Tell him, Squeaky, you're rubbish." And Squeaky went, "Yes, to be fair, I am rubbish, but I earn a living." So he's sitting there, he said, "Well, I'm coming in anyway, because this is my dressing room," and starts unloading these boxes. And Carson said to him, "Can you pull a rabbit out of a hat?" And Pasquale said, "No, but I can pull a hair out of my arse." And the magician just picked up the boxes and left. Well, next up, it is the biggest thing to come out of the X Factor since Louis Walsh's hairdressing bill. America has described them as the British invasion, but then again, they said that about foot and mouth. They have the world at their feet and 6 pounds of hair wax on their heads. Their latest single, Little Things, was inspired by a chance meeting with Ronnie Corbett in a Turkish bath. Please give it up for the boy band sensation that is One Direction.
In mine like it's made just for me, but bear this in mind, it was meant to be. And I'm joining up the dots with the freckles on your cheeks, and it all makes sense to me. I know you've never loved the crinkles by your eyes when you smile. You've never loved your stomach or your thighs, the dimples in your back at the bottom of your spine, but I love them endlessly. I won't let these little things slip out of my mouth, but if I do, it's you, oh it's you, they add up to I'm in love with you. And all these little things.
You can't go to bed without a cup of tea. Maybe that's the reason that you talk in your sleep. And all those conversations are the secrets that I keep. Makes no sense to me.
I know you've never loved the sound of your voice on tape. You never want to know how much you weigh. You still have to squeeze into your jeans, but you're perfect to me. And I won't let these little things slip out of my mouth. But if it's true, it's you, it's you, they add up to I'm in love with you. And all your little things, you'll never love yourself half as much as I love you. And you'll never treat yourself right, darling, but I don't want you to. If I let you know I'm here for you, then maybe you love yourself like I love you. 'cause I've just let these little things slip out of my mouth. 'Cause it's you, oh it's you, it's you they add up to. And I'm in love with you. And all these little things, I won't let these little things slip out of my mouth. But if it's true, it's you, it's you they add up to. I'm in love with you and all your little things.
My favourite band of all time! Let me get up there with you! Oh my God! Oh my God! You make me so happy! What's your song? What makes you beautiful about me?
In some way, shape or form, yeah.
Oh Liam, you're my favourite member of One Direction. I love you with your sexy Action Man hair. Will you marry me?
No.
Louis, you're my second favourite member of One Direction. Will you marry me?
No.
Zayn, you're my third favourite member of One Direction. Will you marry me?
No.
You're my favourite Irish member of One Direction. Will you marry me?
Nope.
Hi, Harry.
Hi.
Will you take a picture of me with One Direction? Yes. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And now, it's Amanda Holden.
The Royal Variety Performance is the most entertaining programme in the world. So when Britain's Got Talent first began in 2007, the prize had to be the biggest in the business, and the chance to perform in front of the royal family on the Royal Variety Show has proved to be irresistible. Let's have a look at some of the most memorable moments, and I think you have to agree it proves beyond doubt that Britain really has got the best talent in the world.
Hello everybody, and welcome to Britain's Got Talent!
You nailed it!
I think you are the ones to beat tonight.
What's your name, darling?
Susan Boyle.
World class, blew me away.
Go Britain! Here tonight are some of the stars that have made their names on our show. Please would you welcome Ashleigh Banjo and Diversity with their celebration of British talent, joined by a few familiar faces.
Curiosity of one child brought an entire museum to life.
And to finish off our special British exhibition, we have iconic British talent. Moving on.
Brought an entire museum to life. our diversity.
Ladies and gentlemen, 100 years of the Royal Variety.
Rewind!
But diversity were not the only life in the museum that night.
Someone's coming.
Over there. Look. What is it? What's inside?
Britain has talent.
Comedy on the way from the award-winning Rhod Gilbert and the much-loved Ronnie Corbett. Plus, a show-stopping performance from Robbie Williams.
Despite being a comedy superstar, this man has never lost touch with his Welsh roots. Flying in on his private jet from his home in Monte Carlo, please welcome Rhod Gilbert!
Hello! Hello, good evening, Royal Albert Hall, are you well? Let me hear you make some noise! Are you well? It is wonderful to be here. This is my second Royal Variety performance. I'm going to confess something, I almost didn't make this one. At 4:30 this afternoon, I genuinely thought I was going to be arrested in a Tesco Metros. I'll tell you what it's about. I'll cut straight to the point. This is what caused the argument. This is why I was almost arrested. This packet of jacket potatoes. I was almost arrested because of this jacket potatoes. Basically, I only wanted one. I'm going away first thing on tomorrow morning on holiday. I wanted one jacket potato for my dinner tonight, so I called the manager. I said, excuse me, I just want one jacket potato. She said, I'm sorry, sir, they come in packs of 2. I said, no, they don't. You did this. She said, you what? I said, you did this. This isn't Noah's vegetable rack. Potatoes come in ones. It's 1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato, 4, not 2 potato, 4 potato, 6 potato, 8. She said, but there's 2 in the pack. I said, I can see there's 2 in the pack. I'm not an idiot, but I'm making jacket potato for my dinner, and I'm pretty sure I can nail it on the first attempt. So I don't need a contingency potato. So just take one out, and I'll be on my way. Everyone's happy. She said, we can't possibly do that. We don't sell them singly. You'll have to take the 2 and have the other one another day. I said, I would normally, but I'm going away at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, and I don't really want a jacket potato at 5:30 for breakfast. She said, couldn't you take it with you? I said, I'm going to America. That's where potatoes came from in the first place. What do you want me to tell their customs officers, that I'm bringing them back one by one? Oh, don't worry, officer, they didn't get far, and this one's the ringleader. Here he is, come on you, get back in there. This is where apparently I could have been arrested, because I said, give it to her, I'll split the pack. I'll do it. She said, you do that, you could be arrested. I said, I'm charged with what? Separating potatoes? Bring it on, I'll be out in 6 months, you don't frighten me. She said, just calm down. Don't you just calm down? So she said, take the 2 and have, just take the 2 and give the other one away. Oh, wait a minute, I'm doing the Royal Variety performance tonight. I could give it to Her Majesty the Queen. I mean, it worked for Sir Walter Raleigh all those years ago with Queen Elizabeth I. I know this is only one, but it's the thought that counts, Your Majesty. And I know it's petty, ma'am. I know it's petty. I apologise, but I can't help it. Its packaging winds me up because we have to pay for it. We don't need it. And then we have to try and recycle it. Can't you do something, ma'am? She said, well, people don't like loose potatoes. I said, of course people don't like loose potatoes. Watching 4 potatoes sitting around discussing the menopause is only marginally more interesting than loose women, and I should know I've appeared on it 3 times. I said, justify it. If you can justify that, we'll do it that way. Every bit of packaging you justify, I will pay for. She said, but it protects the potatoes. I said, who is trying to harm our potatoes? Who is it they'll have to get past me first? Where are they? She said, I didn't say anybody was trying to harm them. I said, well, if it's a self-harming potato, you can keep it. I don't want a potato with low self-esteem who's going to start peeling himself every time things get a bit difficult. I don't want to come home to find a suicide note and a pan of mash on the hob. I said, I'm afraid I want a single, stark naked, label-free, cellophane-free, upside down if need be, self-confident potato that isn't going to get all chippy when I offer to give him a lift home. It didn't work. I had to buy the two. I'm stuck with it, stuck with a spare potato. So what I thought I would do is be as good as my word, seeing as it's the Jubilee year. I thought I would present you this potato, ma'am, as a token of my appreciation, and I've arranged to have it delivered by your butler. This is my contingency potato, and I send it to you with warm wishes and congratulations on a long and prosperous reign. Thank you. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Rhod Gilbert. Thank you very much. You've been lovely. Cheers. Good night.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I have some late news for you. There's been an incident backstage. A hole has been drilled into the wall of Girls Aloud's dressing room. Police are looking into it.
But first, a police message. Will the man who lost 8 bottles of whiskey this morning at Euston Station please go to the Lost Property Office by platform 9, where the man who found them has just been handed in.
Tonight's production of The Mousetrap in London has been cancelled due to some cast members being taken ill. Herman Bleasels has German measles, Dickie Knox has chicken pox, and Robin Weenus has a throbbing headache.
Meanwhile, the founder of IKEA, Bjorn Svensson's funeral will be held tomorrow at 1 o'clock, although mourners are requested to arrive at noon to help assemble the coffin.
Last night, a new call centre opened which is staffed entirely by sea mammals. Phone calls will be monitored for training purposes.
An elephant caused havoc today after escaping from London Zoo. Fortunately, a zookeeper managed to catch up with the beast and stun him by telling him he was adopted.
Finally, a giant monkey caused havoc this afternoon in China after rampaging through a table tennis match while performing a musical number. In summary, it's a Hong Kong, King Kong, ping pong, sing song, ding dong.
Very good. But now, ladies and gentlemen, here performing Come What May from the Moulin Rouge, it is the fabulous Katherine Jenkins and the legendary Plácido Domingo.
Never knew I could feel like this, like I've never seen the sky before. Want to vanish inside your kiss. Every day I love you more and more.
Listen to my heart, can you hear it sing? Telling me to give you everything. Seasons may change, winter to spring,
but I love you until the end of time. with such a perfect grace. Suddenly my life doesn't seem such a waste. It all revolves around you.
Away, the phenomenal Robbie Williams, the incredible Alicia Keys, and the one and only Rod Stewart.
This next man has sold over 60 million albums, which is why he was named Employee of the Month at our price. Yeah, Toby Jones, yeah. He is one of British music's biggest exports. Please welcome to the stage, Mr. Robbie Williams!
70 million records. Thank you.
When I look you in the light, something deep inside me dies. 'Cause I know you won't get better, better, better. You'd rather be right than be loved. The only thing I understood, nothing's ever good enough. Stumble through the words as they're leaving me. Tremble at the sight of your majesty. And I cut myself just to get them out. This time I'll be different, I promise you. This time I'll be special, you know I will. Just don't leave with me in your eyes, your eyes, your eyes. You took my youth, you took my health. If you're not here, I fight myself. You're supposed to make this better, better, better. No self-control and no reason why. If I don't change, then we both die. This is it for you and I. Blisters at the end of my fingertips. Praying to a God I don't think exists. Will you listen now? Can you forgive me somehow? This time I'll be different, I promise you. This time
Robbie.
Thank you.
That was amazing. Thank you. And there's a lady backstage who is a massive fan of yours. She's kind of your #1 fan. I wondered if it was okay if she could meet you.
Yeah, who is it?
It's Minana.
How old is she?
She's a young 97. She's got pictures of you all over her nursing home.
That's fantastic.
Is it okay if I bring her out?
Yeah, not a problem, yeah.
You sure you're okay with that?
Yeah.
You just wait there, yeah?
Yeah.
Just wait right there, yeah?
Okay.
Just stay there, Robbie, yeah?
Okay.
Just wait there, yeah. Come on, Nana. Hang on a sec, Robbie. She just needs to go to the toilet. No, she's all right. She's going to hold it in.
That's good to know. That's good to know.
Here she is. Sorry, it's Gary Barlow.
Ladies and gentlemen, isn't he doing a great job, Mr. Matt Lucas? Gary Barlow, OBE. Robbie Williams, nothing. You organised one birthday party and it'd be my pleasure to sing for you a song that I absolutely love. It's called Mr. Bojangles. Goes something like this. I know a man, Bojangles, and he'll dance for you in worn-out shoes, silver hair, ragged shirt, baggy pants. He would do the old soft shoe. He would jump so high, then he'd lightly touch down. Told me of a time he worked with minstrel shows, traveling throughout the South. Spoke with tears for 15 years, how his dog and he, they would travel about. But his dog up and died. Autumn died. And after 20 years he still grieves. He said, I dance now every chance in honky-tonk. For my drinks and tips, most of the time I spend behind these county bars. I like to drink a bit. Then he shook his head. Oh Lord, when he shook his head, I swear I could hear somebody say, please. That's Mr. Bojangles. Mr. Bojangles. Mr. Bojangles, come back and dance, and dance, and dance, please dance. Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, come back and dance, and dance, and dance, please dance.
When we return, an unmissable performance from Ashleigh and Pudsey, the cast of the hit musical Matilda. and David Walliams and Alan Carr like you've never seen them before.
Sat up here in the box with 3 stars of the West End who all take turns playing the lead role in a hit musical. Now you are...
Matilda.
And you are...
Matilda.
And you are...
Matilda.
And all these girls are appearing in the brilliant show... Sorry, what's it called?
Matilda.
Which is based on the book by Roald Dahl... Was it?
Matilda.
Yes, all right, I'm just testing you. Okay, so with a performance from the RSC's hit show, please welcome the cast of... What's it called?
Matilda.
Yeah, all right.
When I grow up, I will be tall enough to reach the branches that I need to reach to climb the trees you get to climb when you're grown up. And when I grow up, I will be smart enough to answer all the questions that you need to know the answers to before you're grown up.
And when I grow up, I will eat sweets every day on the way to work, and I will go to bed late every night.
And I will wake up when the sun comes up, and I will watch cartoons until my eyes go square. And I won't care 'cause I'll be all grown up when I grow up. When I grow up, when I grow up, when I grow up, I will be strong enough to carry all the heavy things you have to haul around with you when you're a grown up. And when I grow up, when I grow up, when I grow up, I will be brave enough to fight the creatures that you have to fight beneath the bed each night to be a grown up. And when I grow up, I will have treats every day, and I'll play with things that Mum pretends that mums don't think are fun. And I will wake up when the sun comes up, and I will spend all day just lying in the sun. And I won't burn 'cause I'll be all grown up when I grow When I grow up, I will be brave enough to fight the creatures that you have to fight beneath the bed each night to be a grown up. When I grow
Just because you find that life's not fair, it doesn't mean that you just have to grin and bear it. If you always take it on the chin and bear it, nothing will change. Just because I find myself in this story doesn't mean that everything is written for me. If I think the ending is fixed already, I might as well be saying I think that it's okay. And that's not right. And if it's not right, you have to put it right. In the slip of a boat, there's a tiny revolt. The seed of a war in the creak of a floorboard. A song can begin with a flap of a wing. The tiniest mind packs the mightiest sting every day. Start with a tick of a clock, all escapes. Start with if you're stuck in your story and want to get out. You don't have to cry, you don't have to shout, 'cause if you're little you can do a lot too. Martinette's a little thing like little stop you. If you sit around and let them get on top, won't change a thing. Just for those who find that life's not fair, it doesn't mean that you just have to grin and bear it. If you always take it on the chin and bear it, you might as well be saying you think that it's okay, and that's not right. And if it's not right, you have to put it right. But nobody else is gonna put it right for me. Nobody but me is gonna change my story. Sometimes you have to be a little bit naughty.
Ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, I have some bad news for you. Sadly, due to illness, the winners of Britain's Got Talent, Ashleigh and Pudsey, are unable to appear. So, we've had to improvise. For tonight's performance, the role of Ashleigh will be played by Alan Carr. The role of Pudsey will be played by your host, David Walliams.
What's that? What's that? They've made a miraculous recovery. OMG! Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the real Ashleigh and Pudsey.
West End's hottest new musical is a stage show based on the smash hit movie The Bodyguard. And the star of the show is here tonight. Please welcome the award-winning Heather Headley.
Should stay, I would only be in your way. So I'll go, but I know that I will think of you every step of the way. And bittersweet memories, that is all I'm taking with me. So goodbye, and please don't cry. We both know I'm not what you need.
one of the nation's favourite comedians, Jimmy Tarbuck, plus sensational performances from classical music star Andrea Bocelli and the breathtaking Alicia Keys.
Please welcome classical music's biggest selling solo artist, Andrea Bocelli.
La donna è mobile, qual piuma al vento, muta d'accento e di pensiero, sempre un amabile leggiadro viso, impianto e riso e menzognero. La donna è mobile, qual piuma al vento, muta e di pensier e di pensier e di pensier. Sempre misero chi a lei s'affida, chi le confida, mal cauta il core, pur mai non sentesi felice appieno, chi su quel seno non liva amore. La donna è mobile, qual piuma al vento, muta d'accento e di pensier e di pensier
Comedy has played such an important part at the Royal Variety over the years, so much so that some of the biggest comedians in the country have hosted the evening. Shame they couldn't get one tonight. But now, to salute the comedy legends that have graced the Royal Variety stage over the years and revisit some of those magical moments, please welcome the great Jimmy Tarbuck.
Thank you. I'll tell you, it ain't going to get better than that. Good night. That'll do me. It's 100 years. And what a year it is. Come on now. A great year. A jubilee year. And a great year for our little island. Do you not agree? Come on. Whoa. But all this night brings for me, ladies and gentlemen, are memories. Memories of my first royal show, and I did okay, and the Queen turned round to Prince Albert and said, yes, we are amused. It's a joke, love, I wasn't really on it. All right. We're going to honour tonight some of the great laughter makers that have done 100 years of this wonderful show. We're going to start with 1964 and see if you all remember this guy. Look at the screens.
A young newcomer from the pubs and clubs of Liverpool and the North.
Cease! Well, good evening. My name's Jimmy Tarbuck. I think I ought to tell you this, because I'm the only one on here tonight you've never heard of.
I was very nervous that night. I'd come down from Liverpool, and I shared a dressing room with two giants of comedy, Morecambe and Wise and Tommy Cooper. And they were just the kings. And I just want you to see these two acts in their very best pomp. Watch the boys.
Here's a quick joke. Now, I must tell you this. I want to hear it myself. Now, listen. There's a man, see? And he's sitting on top of a bus, and he's got a banana sticking out of his ear. A banana sticking out of his ear. Well, another man saw this, because he was watching him like that. And he said to himself, well, I must tell him. Well, he would, wouldn't he? So he went up to him and said, excuse me. The man said, speak up, I've got a banana sticking out of my ear.
What a wonderful night that was, folks. Oh, yeah. Great, real great. Tommy stole the show, and Her Majesty has heard me tell this. I have to tell it again, Mum. And it was time to meet the Queen. And there he was. He'd been great. And our lovely lady came along. She said, you were very funny tonight, Tommy. He went, thank you. Did I make my Queen laugh? She said, you did make your Queen laugh. He said, could I ask my Queen something a little? She went, what? He said, personal. She went, yes. What is it? He said, do you like football? Oh, she went, not particularly. He said, could I have your tickets for the cup final? That's true. He said that. Comedy comes in many guises. There are stand-up comics, and of course, there are great comedy actors. And the greatest comedy actor team there has ever been in comedy, I promise you, are Laurel and Hardy. They did the Royal Show, and it was wonderful. And when I was a little boy, I used to see them on the cartoons in Liverpool. And my dad took me to the theatre one night, the Liverpool Empire, didn't tell me they were on, and they walked on. I was 8, and I just looked, and I ran down the aisle to the rail. And he went, hiya, kid, with his tie. And that's what got me into comedy. I think they were the greatest. But our greatest, and I think a lot of you would agree, Only Fools and Horses. Oh, yeah. Wonderful, wonderful laughs. Now you'll see Del Boy, Rodney, and Uncle Albert. They got lost on the way back to Peckham and ended up on a royal stage. Del.
What's that? Look who is sitting in the box to your right.
Well, he's sitting in the box.
Is that you, Chunky?
I don't think, ladies and gentlemen, any of us will forget the chandelier falling or him going through the bar. But here are a few more of Jimmy Tarbuck's comedy heroes. I think you'll like these.
We've had one slight problem. We've lost the theatre cat. If you do see this beautiful little animal, please report to one of the usherettes. It's a lovely cat. Now, I thought it had one eye, then I realised it was walking backwards.
Terrible things, bras. I read this thing once in a magazine and it was a test to see whether you needed to wear one or not. And the test was if you could hold a pencil underneath. It was very depressing for me. I think I could hold a small branch of W.H. Smith under one.
Absolute legends. It would be, oh yeah. It would be very remiss of me not to have one more. And this guy was the first gentleman of British comedy. He was a gentleman and he was a gentle man. The late and great Eric Sykes. Bless him. Oh yeah. He was partially blind, he was deaf, and yet he was a great comic. And on his 80th birthday, we took him up to Coombe Hill Golf Club to have a game. We steered him round the course. We all got in the showers later. He still had his glasses on, cigar and a bottle of beer. And we all sang happy birthday. He said, thanks, lads. And we all waited for the reply. He went, oh, feet, you're 80. Happy birthday. Oh, knees, you're aching. You've carried me round. Happy birthday. Hello, Willie. If you were alive, it'd be your birthday too. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a great honour appearing on these royal shows. Ma'am, I do hope you've enjoyed the comedy and had a laugh, because it's been a great pleasure for us. God bless.
Now it's time for one of the world's most beautiful women to take to the stage. No, I'm not talking about me, but thank you. Making her Royal Variety debut, it's singing sensation, Alicia Keys!
It's been a while, I'm not who I was before. You look surprised, your words don't burn me anymore. Been meaning to tell ya, but I guess it's clear to see. Don't be mad, it's just a brand new kind of me. Can't be bad, I found a brand new kind of free. Careful with your ego, he's the one that we should blame. Had to grab my heart back, I know something had to change. I thought that you'll be happy, found the one thing I need. Don't be mad, it's just a brand new kind of me. Oh, it took a long, long road to get here. It took a brave, brave girl to try. It took one too many excuses, one too many lies. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if I talk a little louder, if I speak up when you're wrong, if I walk a little taller. I've been under you too long. If you notice that I'm different, don't take it personally. Don't be mad, it's just a brand new kind of me. Can't be bad, I found a brand new kind of free. Oh, it took a long, long road to get here. It took a brave, brave girl to try. I've taken one too many excuses, one too many lies. Don't be surprised. Oh, said you look surprised. Hey, if you were a friend, you wanna get to know me again. If you were the one, you'll be happy to see me smile. I'm not expecting sorry, I'm too busy finding myself. I got this, I found me, I found me. Yeah. Don't need your opinion, I'm not waiting for your okay. I'll never be perfect, but at least now I'm brave. And now my heart is open, I can finally breathe. Don't be mad, it's just a brand new kind of me. Yeah.
Still to come, a show-stopping moment from Rod Stewart. And making his Royal Variety debut, Neil Diamond brings the house down.
Ladies and gentlemen, a Raw Variety favourite, Des O'Connor.
Thank you. It's always a buzz to get an invite for an evening like this, a lot of fun. And in 1997, the royal couple up there had a wedding anniversary, their 50th, and we were doing a royal show that night. And we thought it'd be a nice idea to leave them with a little present for their wedding anniversary. I thought it was a good idea at the time, but here's a little clip of Joe Pasquale and myself with the gift that turned out to be a camel.
I don't think this is a good idea. They've just had new carpets put down at Windsor Castle. I mean, you see the Queen trooping the colour on this, do you, or something like that?
It'd be like a New Britain.
It'd be like New Brighton is what it'd be like. We don't want this. What's it doing now?
Oh, no, he's just having a look round. He likes it.
Okay,
here.
fine.
He likes it here.
I don't think Her Majesty would like the camel.
Eh?
I'm not going to give Her Majesty a camel.
It'd make a nice change from walking the corgis up now, wouldn't it?
After the show, the palace politely declined the offer of the camel. And Joe Pasquale, being an animal lover, took the camel home that night, kept it in his kitchen. He kept ringing me up and saying, "You should see the size of our cat flap." Right now, this programme has always had one aspect that never, ever changes over the years. It manages to bring together and attract the biggest stars from the world of show business. Here's a real star, a British star, truly international star. Please welcome Rod Stewart!
When you wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are. Anything your heart desires will come to you. If your heart is in your dream, no request is too extreme. When you wish upon a star, as dreamers do, fate is kind. She brings to those who love the sweet fulfillment of their secret longings, like a bolt out of the blue. Fate steps in and sees you through. When you wish upon a star, as dreams come true. All right. When you wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are. Anything your heart desires will come to you. When you wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are. Your dreams will come true. So true, so true.
Have I missed it? Rhod must be feeling a bit stupid now. Right, on with the show. Through the years, the Royal Variety has welcomed a host of international acts, and tonight it gives me great pleasure to introduce a dance troupe that are stunning audiences all over the world. This is really beginning to hurt now. It's Cuba's incredible Ballet Revolucion!
Don't stop, keep it moving, put your drinks up. If you go hard, you gotta get on the floor. If you're a party, you step on the floor. Don't stop, keep it moving, put your drinks up. Pick your body up and drop it on the floor. Let the rhythm change your world on the floor. You know we're running tonight on the floor. Brazil, Morocco, London to Ibiza, straight to LA, New York, Vegas to Africa. Tonight we gon' be it on the floor. Tonight we gon' be it on the floor.
Over the years, the Royal Variety stage has been graced by many of our greatest entertainers. Please welcome the incredible violinist Nicola Benedetti, with a tribute to some of those leading lights who will always be missed but never forgotten. welcome back to the stage, Plácido Domingo.
Your Majesty, Your Royal Highness, ladies and gentlemen, on my travels around the world, I have discovered wonderful voices who I am convinced you would love as I did when I first heard them. And I am sure you will give a very warm welcome to China's 3 tenors.
Serena,
Your Majesty, it's a great honor to be here tonight. We are China's 3 tenors from Beijing. Normally, we sing operas around the world, but now we are going to sing a funny Chinese folk song for you. Hope you enjoy it.
左手锣，右手鼓，手拿着锣鼓我来唱歌。别的歌儿我也不会唱，但唱一首凤阳歌。凤阳歌来咿呀呀呼嘿，嘚儿啷当飘一飘，嘚儿啷当飘一飘，嘚儿飘嘚儿飘，嘚儿飘嘚儿飘飘，又嘚儿飘飘飘一飘。 我明伯，真明伯，一生一世去把这好老婆。咱家的老婆绣花又绣多，我家老婆衣裳到花多。啪啪一起落地呀一吼嘿，嘚儿啷当飘一飘，嘚儿啷当飘一飘，嘚儿飘嘚儿飘，嘚儿飘嘚儿飘飘又嘚儿飘飘飘一飘，嘚儿啷当飘一飘，嘚儿啷当飘一飘。
We return. It's the legendary Neil Diamond.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've reached the halfway point of the performance. Please welcome to the stage, with amazingly, his first ever performance at the Royal Variety, one of the greatest singer-songwriters of all time, Neil Diamond!
Hello again. Hello. Just called to say hello. I couldn't sleep at all tonight, and I know it's late. I just couldn't wait. Hello, my friends. Hello. I just called to let you know I think about you every night when I'm here alone and you're there at home. Hello. Lately it's been crazy, maybe I'm to blame. Won't you put your heart above your head? We've been through it all. You love me just the same. And when you're not there, I just need to hear hello, my friends, hello. It's good to need you so. It's good to want you like I do, and to feel this way when I hear you say hello. all my friends, hello. It's good to meet you, so. It's good to want you like I do, and to feel this way when I hear you say hello. Thank you so much. How great it is to be back in England and to be honored to perform for Her Majesty the Queen. I bring with you the love of my fellow Americans, and we wish you many, many more years on the throne. We love you. Where it began, I can't begin to know it, but then I know it's growing strong. Wasn't the spring, and spring became the summer. Who'd have believed you'd come along? And touching hands, reaching out, touching me, touching you. Sweet Caroline, good times never seem so good. It don't seem so lonely. We fill it up with only two. And when I hurt, burden runs off my shoulders. How can I hurt when I'm here with you? Warm, touching warm, reaching out, touching me, touching you. Sweet Caroline, good times never seem so good. I've been flying to believe they never won. One more. Sweet Caroline, good times never seem so good. I've been flying
and gentlemen, please join me in giving 3 cheers for Her Majesty the Queen and His Royal Highness the Duke of Edinburgh. Hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip! Thank you and good night.
The royal party make their way to the stage to meet the stars of tonight's show. Her Majesty is presented to One Direction and the winners of Britain's Got Talent, Ashleigh Pudsey, followed by Robbie Williams and one of tonight's leading ladies, Alicia Keys. Then Plácido Domingo, who performed a special duet with Katherine Jenkins. Next to meet Her Majesty is classical star Andrea Bocelli and the legendary Rod Stewart, plus Neil Diamond, who closed tonight's show with a memorable performance of Sweet Caroline. Kylie Minogue is presented, followed by 2 of our finest comedians, the much-loved Bill Bailey and the award-winning Rhod Gilbert. Next, Amanda Holden and the leading ladies of Matilda, the musical. Then Bradley Walsh and China's 3 tenors, who flew in from Beijing especially for tonight's performance. Some of our best-loved entertainers, Sir Bruce Forsyth, Ronnie Corbett, Jimmy Tarbuck and Des O'Connor, who have appeared on many royal varieties, greet Her Majesty on this centenary night. Followed by Girls Aloud, who opened tonight's show. And finally, a warm reception for tonight's host, David Walliams. From everyone here at the Royal Albert Hall, good night.
Watching those famous faces leaving the jungle is definitely worth capturing on camera. They can't wait to get back to a life of luxury, so it's lucky ITV1's cameras were there. Because on Wednesday night at 8, Ant and Dec present I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, coming out, following the celebs' first few days of freedom. The last in a series of The Agenda is at 10:50 tonight. That's after the news, which is next.